Hello colleagues, you're welcome to lesson 23. In this lesson, you will be introduced to another activity module which is called Wiki. Wiki is a tool that you can set up for your students to collaborate on some concepts. So normally some refer to the Wiki as a tool that is used in building knowledge together. So you can use it for group projects and the likes. It's a little bit tricky, but I'll manage to demonstrate to you how you can set a Wiki app or create a Wiki on the MOODLE platform and let your learners also interact with it. So like any activity, you need a label to introduce it first, like this one, assignment. Then you go to, if it is in this case, maybe this is lesson 1. If you want to use Wiki, then you use it. If not, there's no deal about it. You don't have to use multiple activities in a typical lesson. So let's assume if you are in lesson 5 and you want to give an assignment and you want to let your learners collaborate, you have to turn on the editor, come to add an activity or resource. Then you scroll to Wiki, so you know how to add these modules. You give it a name. For example, let's say number activity. This is the name that the learner will see on the course page. Then you must give some description, the purpose of this activity. Let me just copy from some place and just make the work faster. So paste, highlight, so say revise this clean. So you have the purpose of this activity is for you to research on some number concept and make your inputs individually to the following concept. The following concept pertaining to your group or subgroup. So group 1 members who have their take on composite numbers, group 2 members who have their take on perfect numbers, group 3 members who have their take on amicable numbers, then group 4 who have their take on chemical numbers. If you want to display this, Wiki mode by default is collaborative. You can also create for individual. Then first page name, it is necessary. That is the table of content. So I can name it numbers. Then the format. By default, HTML is the format, and we always advise for that. The Creole and the NWiki, some browsers don't have that. So unless you know your browser has that or it has been set up, well, then you take that format and never force any format. In that, if you force HTML and you want to change and create other pages with other NWiki, it will not allow you. Then the common, we have learned about this already. Save and return to course. This is just the initial configuration. We have not created any page for learners to interact with. So this is the number activity. You now click on it and now set up or create the pages that the learners can now make their input collaboratively. So you click on the number activity, and now this is numbers page. Then we create it, just create this page. Let me see whether I have some here. Okay, click. So this is the editing environment. Click on, let me clear the formatting. Click on the link relating to your group and follow on-screen instruction to make your input. With MOODLE, if you want to create links in Wiki, you use double square bracket, not single. So 1, 2. Let me say group 1 is composite numbers, so I create that link, composite numbers, 1, 2. Come group 2, perfect numbers, 1, 2, perfect numbers, 1, 2. The other one is amicable numbers, that's group 3, 1, 2, amicable numbers, 1, 2, not single square bracket, 1, 2, amicable numbers, 1, 2. After that, you scroll down and click, you can preview and click on save. So the objective of Wiki is to let learners collaborate. I'm sure you heard of Wikipedia. You can add your view to a concept. So these are the links that have been generated, but you have not started any creation. So we'll create each of them for the learner. So I click on composite numbers. Click on composite numbers and create that page. That's where they'll add their stuff. So I go to the edit and give some brief instruction. Please make your input or inputs here. After typing scroll down and click on save. So this, where if the learner comes here, he or she can add his or her right up here, but it's advisable to create another page so that it will take you to the table of content, that is start numbers 1, 2. So save. So we have composite numbers page now almost being created. So it has been created. So if the user comes here, he or she will click on edit and add his view here. If you click on numbers, it takes you to the table of content. That's the first page. This is the first page. Then you create this one also, perfect numbers. Oh, I should have copied that. Okay, I'll copy it, create. So we are creating the perfect numbers page for group 2 members to make their inputs. So edit. So you have place. now create another link to the first page, that is numbers 1, 2. Let's save. So 2 pages has been created. Perfect numbers. Then I go to the table of content. So it's left with 2 amicable numbers. So you do it all and try to give on-screen instruction that is clear for them, especially those who are new to the activity. But if they are okay, you don't need to even give them that they know what to do. So I paste here. I create another link to the table of content. 1, 2, numbers. 1, 2. Save. So it's left the last one. So if I want to enter something, I click on edit. So the same way, click on numbers, it takes me to the table of content. So the last group, chemical numbers, you create it. Create page. Then come to the editing environment, paste. I have a link to the table of content. That's the first page. 1, 2, numbers. 1, 2. Save. So let's see. This is what will happen. The purpose of this activity for you to research on this and make your input vary to the following concepts. Okay. Then let me go to the table of content. What the learners will see. Here we are at the chemical numbers page. So all the 4 pages have been created for learners to collaborate. So they will all go and research and you can do final editing also. So here is the numbers. Let me see whether I click on the link relating to your group and follow on screen instruction to make your input. Okay, so I can still edit. Oh, okay. We can add another. Okay, so that's edit. If they click on the link, they have to click on the edit button. So I can add that to make it a little bit explicit. Now, whilst we wait for the page to load, the map, the history, and the comments, learners can use it. You can also use it. When you click on map, it shows you the number of pages that have been created. Okay, it has loaded. Click on the link relating to your group, and okay, then click on the edit button and follow on screen instruction to make your input. So save. So that's creating pages for learners to make their input is a little bit complex. You have to set it up first, then you start creating the pages. When you click on the map button here, it will tell you the number of pages that have been created. You see, 1, 2, 3. The history will tell you who has made an input. Then the comment will allow learners and you to make comment. Oh, that's excellent input, or write up or whatever. They have the comments. So let's go back to the demonstration course and see how it works when the learner clicks on the wiki activity. I'm sure I demonstrated before how to change your role to a student to see how your course is faring. So I go to the administration block, still loading, and change role to student. We'll also be looking at how to manage your course page and see which type of activity that you can release for learners to see at a particular time. You can make a lesson not available to learners. Okay, so here the switch role to student. So let's see how the wiki works. So that's how it will look like. And the wiki is, this is the wiki, by which time you might have used a label to explain this. So the student click on number activity. And this is what the student will see, and click. If the person belongs to group 1, he also click on this and click on the edit button and start doing his or her typing. I hope you explore more and practice. Thanks for watching.